taking out a Brazilian in front of his hometown crowd. Does that excite you?
Oh yeah, I love it. I mean, you think about this. I mean, I love fighting and I love fighting in front of a crowd, regardless if it's his crowd or I'm not going to be understanding what they're saying anyways. So I'm gonna just be pretend like they're cheering for me. So event sold out in 15 minutes. So it's gonna be packed and it's gonna be dope.
From MMA Island.
Christopher Santiago of MMA Islands. Today I'm talking to the former Fury FC featherweight champion, Mr. Michael Aswell, ahead of his return at UFC Rio. Michael, how's it going today, man?
Everything's good, man. Just finished up training session. Feeling good. About to go eat, rest up, get back to it tonight.
Awesome, man. Well, you're from Texas, so I assumed that they put you on this Noche UFC card. I guess was that what you were hoping for?
Yeah, I mean, ideally, it would have been cool to fight in Texas, in San Antonio. But I just wanted to fight near my birthday, around my birthday. So, Noche would have been cool. It didn't happen, but I ended up getting the fight in Brazil, which I think is pretty badass. I've never been there, so I think that'll be fun. And yeah, I'm excited nonetheless just to go out and fight.
Awesome, man. Before we talk about your next fight, I did want to talk about your regional run. You went 10-1 on the regional scene. You captured the Fury FC bout. I guess how do you look back on what you did out there?
Yeah, I did a lot of good things with Fury, man. And I'm happy with how my career went and starting from amateurs, being their amateur champion to, my professional career and being their professional champ. I think I did a lot of cool things with them and we did everything that me and Eric said we were going to do. We were going to go and climb up the ranks, get the belt, go to contenders, get that contract. And we did. So I'm just happy with how my career's been playing out so far.
hmm Lucas Almeida, were you familiar with the name when you got the contract?
Yeah, man, I'm very in tune with all the MMA scenes and what's going on, and especially in the UFC and any fighters that are in my weight class. I'm always watching. Those are I don't watch. Of course, I always watch fights and stuff, but I'm really watching when 45ers are on. So I know pretty much all the 45ers in my division. So I've seen Lucas fight a couple of times. I've seen him fight. Um, I've been watching his film and I've seen him fight, and I'm familiar with him. He's been in the UFC for a couple fights now, a long time. So you consider him like a UFC vet.
hmm Stylistically, how do you look at this fight?
Stylistically, I think it's a great matchup for me. I think he's very tall and lanky and wants to use his length, and I'm very short and scrappy and want to be inside. So it's gonna be a battle of who's gonna get to fight their fight and who's gonna be able to do what they're planning to do in there. So I think it's a good matchup for me. So I'm excited. I said yes right away. As soon as they told me where it was and the name and everything, I thought it was a great fight for me.
Mhm. I know it's out of your control, but he did weigh in at 148 pounds last time out. Is that kind of concerning going into this fight?
No matters to me, bro. He can weigh in at 48, weigh in at 45. I mean, regardless, I'm gonna go there. I'm gonna fight. Whatever he's weighing, whatever he weighs, and I'm sure especially after Brian Battle got cut, I'm sure a lot of people or everyone's gonna be making sure that they don't miss weight because it's a big deal now. So anyone can go at any time. It doesn't matter who you are. So
Mhm. Do you like the idea of going into enemy territory, taking out a Brazilian in front of his hometown crowd? Does that excite you?
oh yeah, I love it. I mean, you think about this. I mean, I love fighting and I love fighting in front of a crowd, regardless if it's his crowd or, I'm not going to be understanding what they're saying anyways. So I'm going to just be pretend like they're cheering for me, So uh, it's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I think the event sold out in 15 minutes. So it's going to be packed and it's going to be dope.
Nice, Michael. What's going to be your walkout song?
Not sure yet. Probably some Kodak Black, I'm assuming, I don't know the exact song yet. I'm gonna be listening to music for the next 6 weeks, and whichever one sticks out to me, that'll probably be the one I go with.
Yeah, so I guess what is your music or what is your soundtrack nowadays? I guess for Fight Camp, what do you like to listen to?
Bro, really, I only pretty much listen to Kodak Black, um, some NBA YoungBoy, probably some Maxo Cream in there, and that's kind of it. Or whatever songs are like trending that I like. Maybe a couple of Gunna songs are good, but I really just listen to a bunch of Kodak and NBA YoungBoy. Really, just kind of get into that mindset of just wanting to kill something.
Hmm Who are some people outside of the fight game that you kind of take inspiration from?
I think for me personally, I never really been one to. I wouldn't say look up. I guess that's like the wrong terminology, but I never like idolized many people and stuff. I mean, my inspiration comes from my boys. I got two of my boys who are working their way to being on an NFL team. Two of my friends, working to be doctors. So I think I just kind of draw inspiration from my friends and my families and people that are also just around me that are working hard and you know I know you said not the fight game, but
Yeah.
specifically like Josh and Daniel Pineda. I feel like they inspire me a lot being able to travel with them and watch how Josh, for example, how he handles things and how he goes through stuff, and it draws a lot of inspiration for me. So um, those are my inside the game, outside the game, just my boys. My boys that play, a lot of my friends that are professional athletes and stuff. I draw a lot of inspiration from them and seeing what they're doing and the work that they put in, and we can kind of relate to what we're doing.
hmm Do you remember the first time that you met Joshua Van?
Yeah, I do. I mean, I met him a couple of times when we fought with each other on a couple of cards, and me and pro. But the first time I really like talked to him and met with him, Harris Moran just won the belt, I think, maybe, or
Hmm
maybe he just defended it once. And me and Josh were at the Fury fights, and we didn't know each other that much. We Instagram DM each other and stuff, whatever, good fights and stuff. But he came up to me and was like, yo, Aswell, like, come with me. I was like, all right. I didn't know where we were going, and we just started walking. We go cage side, and Josh looks at Paris Moran, and he was like, "Hey, dude, I want to fight you next, bro. We're fighting. Like, we're gonna fight next. I'm gonna beat you." I was like, "Who the hell is this kid?" Like, I was like, "This guy's crazy," but I respected it a lot. I was like, "Yeah, that's pretty dope." Like, and next thing you know, they ended up being the ones getting booked next for the belt, and Josh did exactly what he said he was going to do. So, kudos to him, props to him. He did his thing.
That's awesome, man. And now he's going to be fighting for a belt soon. I mean, that's pretty cool for your gym, man. Uh,
Yeah,
I did want to talk about your last fight against Oki. I believe you took the first round. All three judges gave you the first round. He only outlanded you by I think like 18 strikes or something. How do you look back on your performance and what you did out there?
yeah, man. I think there's a bunch of things I could clean up and be better at, but I think because of just the scenario and the situation, getting 3 days notice, up a weight class and stuff, I think overall the performance was good, man. I like you said, I won the first. Almost, I stunned him with the left hook at the end too. So, there's a couple things that I did well and that I found some success, and I think there's just a couple things I need to tighten up. But overall, I think it was a great fight for me. It was a good fight to get my foot in the door, and I think the UFC was happy with my showing and my performance. So I think that's the biggest things, the only things that really matter. I mean, I'm disappointed I didn't get my win money, but I think that comes and goes, and I'll make sure I'm gonna get that this next fight for sure.
Mhm. Last question, man. How good is your first UFC win gonna feel in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil?
And I guess I'm gonna have to tell you when it happens, But how I think it's gonna feel, I think it's gonna feel great. I think it's gonna be a lot of satisfaction on my part, and just a lot of just thankfulness. I think for being in that situation, being there, and I think it's just gonna be a lot of I'm proud of myself, just proud of being in that moment, being able to do everything that I said I was gonna do since I was a kid, and definitely gonna be excited. You know Try not to get hurt out there in Brazil. Yes.
Mhm. Awesome, man. Well, it's great talking to you for the first time. And is there anything that you want to say to your fans out there watching?
Yeah, man. Just thank y'all, everyone, so much for all the love and support, for helping me be the man that I am and be in this position today. Or I wouldn't be where I was if it wasn't for all my fans, my family, my friends, my gym, um, all the trials and tribulations that I've been through, and I'm just so happy and blessed to do what I do on this platform with the UFC, and I'm not gonna take it for granted, and you can guarantee I'm always gonna go ready to fight, ready to brawl, regardless of where we are, what country. I'm gonna walk forward. I'm gonna throw some hands, and I'm excited to get going. Shout out to my sponsors too, the Rids, Elevated Water, Villa Arcos, my family, my taqueria. So I appreciate everyone. I appreciate you having me, bro. I know it's a short interview, it's quick, but appreciate you reaching out, wanting to talk a little bit, bro. And I'm sure we'll do this again.